best feminists aren't the ones on college campuses, aren't the ones running around screaming at the top of their lungs with their multicolored dyed hair. No. They're TradCons and born-again trad thoughts like the DEI hire over at PragerU. For them, they're just their unwillingness to hold women accountable for their part, for their roles whenever they play them in certain situations, and then also hold them accountable for their poor life choices. Nothing holds up the feminist imperative better than somebody on a moral crusade in order to prove their holy book, their moral cause correct. People that have the loudest microphone, especially on this side of the aisle. Maybe that's why I take this stuff so personally, because TradCons and myself, when it comes to the higher level problems, they get so much right, but like Deshaun Jackson, they run the football all the way to the 1 yard line and then just spike it, thinking that they really got something, when at the end of the day, they don't ever want to solve problems, they just simply want to grift off of a new issue. Which is exactly what you have right here, okay? I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, mostly because there's a lot of things about the Fresh potentially knocking up a Chinese escort the way that it wants to be put out there. No. She was one of the plates that Fresh was spinning. She was going to get kicked to the curb. One thing leads to another. She erroneously and quite possibly illegally records a phone call, puts it out on Instagram moments after the recording. You listen to it, and it's not for the fact that there's a language barrier or anything like that. It's just she's trying to play up in order to elicit an emotional response from the normally aloof Fresh. What's the worst thing that gets caught on record? Fresh is congruent to who he is in front of the camera and then on the phone. Look here. Okay, look. Here's the thing. I don't want any kids, and you accidentally got knocked up. Okay, here's a pill. Okay, think about this, and you won't have to worry about it. And she goes off on this moralistic screed about moral religion and, I don't want to be killing anything. It's like, come on now. You don't talk like this in real life. You're trying to get a bag on the way out the door. We've seen this time and time again. But no. The moment that religion and that, oh my God, the big A word starts to come out, all the trad cucks, all the trad thoughts start to scurry out from underneath the appliances, like the religious-soaked cockroaches of the internet that they really are. So I look forward to, and it appears that Fresh is going to be taking legal, both civil and criminal action against this bitch to hold her accountable for the role that she played in this. Is she knocked up? Nobody knows. Is this an attempt to shake down a millionaire? Oh, very much so. Like, come on now. This is as obvious as a talentless hack trying to make a pivot to a brand new industry once they realize that they exhausted all of their simp resources in another. And what a fine pivot off to what the more correct position, okay? The TradCon approved life decisions allow you to side with, okay? This is the Daily Wire approved approach where you can go ahead and run up $9 million on OnlyFans, and then just in an instant, the moment that you have your financial life perfectly taken care of, you found yourself a nice little beta provider who read you the word of the Lord, and you thought, hey, there'd be some cash in them there hills over there. And also, there's a whole bunch of simps that are more than willing to put me on. Fantastic. I've got my strategy perfectly taken care of. Because you remember about, what was it, last summer or something like that? This Nala Fitness chick. Nala Ray, as she's going by now. Because, that's far better. And she's got her buttoned up shirt. She got her hair slicked back, but she's still got the cumbrellas in her bright red hair. So she's taken a moment in order to fully translate and transition over to a new Christian-approved look. But bro, this just went up. This Saturday or something like this? And it has on Twitter 3.6 million views. And for as many people that are properly pointing that out as farming one audience, then farming another, there are still so many people that are in there just going like this. If you can watch this interview and not believe that she has been genuinely converted, then you simply disbelieve in the power of Christ. See, if you go ahead and you disbelieve somebody that is coming over and alleging that they have found the good word of the Lord, you are blaspheming against my holy book, and you're the one that's in the wrong, not the litany of other examples that are out there. I mean, like, come on, Mia Khalifa. Mia Khalifa, who, racked up a very tiny bag, tried to transition over to the sports world, did that incredibly poorly, and what is she back doing? Oh, right, exactly what Lana Rhoades is doing, exactly what Lisa Ann is doing, exactly the same stuff that every one of those older chicks from the early 2000s was doing. What's her name? Mary Carey did the exact same thing, tried to run for governor, got out of the industry, and then the moment that opportunity started to dry up, those legs started to spread back open again. It's a tale as old as time. This is what women reserve the right to do, okay? Use and weaponize their sexuality at the moment where it is at its peak, only to try to move off to a new platform, and then the moment that no longer works anymore, surprise guys, I'm coming back. Oh my god, I was treated so badly. Everybody didn't take my super authentic come to the Lord moment for real, and now I'm just a sheep in search of a new flock, and for the time being, I'm gonna spend some intimate time with something that rhymes with flock. What are we doing here, okay? And for as much as Michael Knowles thinks that, oh, I can just capitalize on this situation because this is the Daily Wire, it's hilarious. He'll go ahead and platform a goofy broad like this, but won't say a goddamn thing in defense of of the mother of his godson, Candace Owens, getting shit canned from his employer. He won't say anything about that. Just lets you know the type of people that we're dealing with over here, and then also the type of people that aren't even doing their goddamn homework on this type of stuff, okay? Because you have Pearl, who's trying to hold these people accountable, and God bless her. She does a really good job of A, farming engagement on Twitter, and B, holding these bitches' feet to the fire. Somebody's got to. And shout out to her, because there's a long old thread here. And shout out to this other guy who we're going to be bringing up some receipts just to goes to show you how authentic this pivot to Christ is from this Nala chick. Interviews like the one Michael Knowles did are the reason 50% of young men have left the church. Exactly. It's a feminist agenda that they're pushing over there. It's totally female centric, because guess what? They're going to go ahead and they're going to welcome back with open arms and open legs the prodigal daughter. Oh, she's went and she sowed her wild oats, but she has now returned in her moment of need, and we're just so happy that our correct stance has been proven right, that the only way to redemption is through the light of the Lord and the love of Jesus Christ, and she has proven that. So we can go ahead and welcome her back into the flock, and that can go ahead and validate our own positions. Meanwhile, guys like Fresh, who are congruent with their actions, they just get thrown to the wolves. TradCons, for as much as they want to point out, that Me Too stuff has just gone too far. You're more than willing to just believe all women when they're trying to invoke, religion, and it's so bad you shouldn't be pushing a morning after pill. Stop it. Believe all women, right? Makes me sick. Nala raised the prices of her OnlyFans and is getting a large simp audience to make get more money and attention. Yeah, exactly. That's all this is, right? Like, that's another reason why I don't think that this is genuine, okay? Only heathens pray in public. If she actually found happiness in her new boyfriend, if she found fulfillment in religion, she would be doing that in the quiet corners. She doesn't need the money. Obviously, $9 million on OnlyFans. $9 million is a lot, even though she's in her mid-20s or something like that, mid to late 20s. $9 million, it's gonna set you up. You can pivot off to a new career, or hell, it's a great nest egg, and if you pick yourself a real winner that's out there, you can use that money for something great moving forward. But no, you're still out there in the limelight, taking every opportunity that you can to tell your very personal story that we've seen time and time again about how you regret your previous decisions. And now, trust me, guys, I know I might be example 295 of just this year specifically, but trust me, this is legitimate. Somebody who broke onto the scene doing the most outlandish stuff. Now you're just making the most outlandish claims in a different venue, and we're supposed to take you seriously? What are we doing? No. Now we have a simp. We have a simp right underneath Pearl just going like, what's with the Daily Wire doing all this stuff? It's because TradCons are the best feminists that are out there. The page is deleted. She kept it up after purging all of her videos, but one Christian video so she could get her tax documents. Take the L, Pearl. Oh yes, okay, thank you, Captain Save-A-Ho. You just came over that horizon and you're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna wave the banners, okay? Deus Vult, you are here to just go ahead maintain how correct you and your ilk are in this situation, until you start to look at the receipts and realize that, oh yeah, no, yeah, sure, it's deleted. Yeah, her page, okay, her page, you go and type in the address and it's like, oh, page is not there. But you can apparently still have an account because this guy's out here, okay, providing some receipts. Okay, here we have right there on the fans, right? This is apparently from her, verified and all that stuff. And okay, I just wanted to say I'm not going anywhere, but I am changing my page to be more me and who I am right now. So we're under construction for a little bit, and I'm sorry if I'm a little slow to reply in the past couple of days, but I'll be right back. It's supposed to be about now. Oh, she's supposed to be. Oh no, but she deleted her page. No, she just put it on ice for a second in order to come back with what? A whole bunch of kosher Christian stuff that guys can sign up for a very, very, very low price of, oh, what's that? $50 a month. Change your subscription price. Because this guy, once again, this Octo Dragon guy, okay, showing notifications. It's like, why do you have so many notifications for stuff? Okay, but here you have, yep, Nolly, your subscription, okay, and this is like fresh, hot off the presses, April 4th, right? Even before the interview dropped, okay, so she's been planning this stuff for a while. Change your subscription price from $25 to $50 in anticipation of that interview dropping, of her profile getting elevated to a new audience even further. Guys, it's a grift. It's a grift that's been going on for a long time. These chicks see the wall approaching in the horizon, know that they have to pivot, realize that, ooh, yeah, some of their best years, their most financially lucrative years are a little bit behind them, and they have an opportunity now to just, either go super feminist, and we can see those opportunities are really starting to dry up, or you can take born-again virgin path, knowing that, you will be absolved of all of your sins. You will have a brand new audience that have a whole bunch of money, and an audience where, if you take a look at the demographics, I don't know if she has the highest incidence of a certain type of your previous industry, has one of the highest rates of addiction, that certain vocation. So yeah, of course, it makes that pivot super easy. It makes the life choice incredibly simple, because yeah, you can keep your page up, but oh yes, no, I just use it because it was a very large audience, but now it's all wholesome content. Trust me, bro. And it definitely won't pivot back the moment that it no longer becomes terribly prudent, and then I can just pivot off to a new audience once again, and then the cycle continues anew, because guess what? The moment that things get a little bit too degenerate, I can just get down on my knees, not like that, and I can pray for forgiveness, and everybody, then you'll just have the simps once again coming back. And like I said, Christ can save anybody, everybody, all the time. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.